with some marches where you go high knee, grab that leg, pull it towards the ceiling, and then alternate. So work some balance early. High knee, grab, and then you can simply walk back or back pedal. You can always high knee, and then pulling it a little bit higher with your arms. Focus on staying balanced, spending some time on one leg. Perfect way to warm up that ankle joint as well. When an extra challenge, you can even try to go onto your tippy toes. Keep it going with that same movement. We're gonna go for one more round walking forward, and then we're gonna switch it up. Alright, still coming forward. You're gonna extend one arm overhead and then grab the opposite leg and pull it back. And then we'll alternate sides. So still a lot of balance work, right? Still on one foot. And then little back pedals. Really stretching out the legs, getting some range of motion early. So the core is going to work a lot today, especially with the addition of the bands. And I got a few movements that will get our heart rate up. Let's switch it up. Let's go for 30 seconds here of squats, and then we're going to go into some lunges. So just squat down and up for 30 seconds. And then we're going to be doing some lunges to overhead reach. Right, so let's go for a lunge. Whatever leg's forward, opposite arm comes up towards the ceiling, and then you're reaching to that side and switch legs. I had a bike ride yesterday. I don't know if that made it, but quads are tired and fatigued already. So I'll be feeling those today. Keep going, alternating, really getting that reach overhead. If you need to put your knee on the floor and rest it, that's fine. You can do that. Still you warm up. Right, and let's get a little bit more of the upper body involved with my favorite hinge to walk. This time we're gonna walk our hands as far as we can from the body and then walk our feet towards our hands, so it's a warm walk, right? So first off, you're gonna hinge at the hips, hands down to the floor, and get your hands as far away as you can from your feet. Once you can't go anymore, once you feel like you're gonna fall down to the floor, that's where you stop and you start tiptoeing your way towards your hand, just like a warm would. Right, that's the warm walk. And then step back to where you started and do that again. Let's try and get 2 to 4 rounds of those warm walks. That's what we're gonna finish with. Don't rush it. We got about 30 seconds left, and then we're already starting with part number 1. So I'm just gonna check on that video, and we're gonna get it started with part 1. We're good to get it going, you guys. So go ahead and grab a weight. So you need 1 dumbbell here. for what we're doing. So it's gonna be a sumo squat to Frogger. We're doing 8 reps. So first off, you're gonna start in a wide stance. You're gonna pick that weight off the floor. Okay, make sure your hips stay low, chest stays high, core engaged. So go ahead and lift that weight. Once you put the weight back down, you're gonna jump from here, keeping your legs wide. Jump up, land softly. That's 1 rep. Let's go for 7 more here. Lift that weight to jump. Lifting the weight and following that with the jump. Getting that heart rate up. Keep a pace here. We're going for 8 together. I'm 4 here. Number 5 with that lift and the jump. 6, the lift, jump. 7, lift and jump. 8, lift and jump. Keeping those knees in line with the toes. Good posture throughout it. That should get your heart rate up. The higher you jump, the tougher it is too, right? The more your heart rate goes up. So focus on that. Then you guys, we're gonna implement those bands we talked about. You can go with low resistance on them. That's totally fine. We're gonna start by doing some dead bugs. I'm actually gonna go mid resistance. So we're gonna do 8 reps of the dead bug. Put those bands around your feet. If you don't have bands, go without them. And the way it works, you're gonna keep that distance between your feet, arms towards the ceiling, and you're gonna extend opposite sides at the same time. Come back to the center, always pressing your lower back on the floor. And switch sides, opposite sides extends. That's 2. Extend out, push against those bands. 3, keep the distance between your feet. 4, extend. 5, breathe in between each. 6, we're extending out, lower back still on the floor. We got 2 more here. 7, and 8. I just took the medium resistance band, and it's already way harder than if you took light resistance, so you don't need to go very high to feel it on this one. Number 3, we're going a low row. So you're gonna be in a split stance, and we're gonna involve some tempo, you guys. Now if you don't have a heavy weight, you can add a few reps to this one. I'm only doing 6 because I want you guys to go heavy. So if you have a heavier weight, grab that heavier weight. Getting into a split stance position here. I have my left leg forward, my right leg back. I'm gonna do 6 reps of the lower on the right side. So I'm picking that weight off the floor. You're gonna row, and then 1, 2, 3 seconds on the way down. Row, hold it. 1, 2, 3 on the way down. Let's keep going here. Row, 1, 2, 3, controlling that way down. Row, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go for 2 more. Row, 1, 2, 3, and row, 1, 2, 3. So that's the tough part here. It's controlling that descent of the weight. Okay. We got another 6 on the other side. So switch that right foot forward, left foot back. Nice flat back, neutral spine. Pull that shoulder blade back. Row, 1, 2, 3 on the way down. Row, 1, 2, 3. Row, 1, 2, 3. 3 more. 1, 2, 3 on the way down. Row, 1, 2, 3. Last one. Row, 1, 2, and 3. Whew. It's work if you have a heavy enough weight. Otherwise, like I said, maybe add a few repetitions. Lastly, you guys get your heart rate up again. Body weight squat jacks. We're going for 12. You're gonna drop down wide at the bottom, narrow at the top. Okay, let's keep going here. Number 2, wide, narrow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're trying not to stop moving on that exercise. It's body weight. Just getting the heart rate up on this one. Let's try and get 2 rounds. Yeah? 2, maybe 3 if you're really fast. You're good to go in 3, 2, and 1. Get it started. You got 9 minutes here. Starting with that sumo squat to Frogger. And it's okay to take a small break after those squats to froggers. Again, heavier dumbbell if you can on that sumo squat to frogger. And those bands just go around your feet there, the top of your feet. And really no need to go fast on the dead bug. Take your time. The more time you spend doing it, the more you're going to be working your core, working some endurance on that core. And same thing with the low roll. Eccentric, taking your time on the way down. Really focusing on that movement, on proper position, and on controlling that weight. We're a little more than a third of the way through part one here. About to finish my first round once I'm done with those squat jacks. Now that your legs are warmed up, really try to put some height on your frogger, you guys. We're hitting that halfway point. Definitely 2 rounds. Some of you might get 3. And if there's only a little time left towards the end, and you're hitting a 3rd round, I would recommend doing another set of low row, because we won't be doing those later, and those are really good. The split stance low row. For now, the core work is separate, but on the challenge today, that's really where you're gonna feel those abs working. So now we're being pretty nice with it. On the way up of the row, it's regular row. So on the way down, it's slow. Whew. Keep moving, team. Shortly going into the last 2 minutes of this first part. Sorry if you're not used to this. The music pretty aggressive this morning. That's why I came on. So I decided selecting this morning. So we got just under 2 minutes. I would say make sure you get another set of low rows. And maybe start with another set of sumo squat to frogger. That'd be a good idea as well. I'm gonna go for that, for those two. Because this is gonna be more abs towards the end. Just 1 minute. Get those reps on each side. We're getting on our feels here. Trust me, that drop's gonna be aggressive. Here it comes. Woo. Get a breather. Get a breather. All right, good job. Part 1 in the books. You know, nice and steady. Getting our heart rate up a little bit. Now for part 2, you guys. We're gonna start it off with the dumbbell hip swing. So, swinging, making sure we're thrusting explosively, using our legs, getting that weight to come to about shoulder level. You should need to use your shoulders. Basically, you shouldn't need to use your shoulders, or very little. Okay, so pick the right weight for you. If you cannot do the swings, go for the deadlift instead, the Romanian deadlift, where you're doing the same movement pattern, but without that speed, basically. So let's start with this one together here. Hinge at the hips, butt is back, abs are engaged, and here we're going for 10 together here. 1, 2, 3, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Again, power move, it goes by fast. Big squeeze at the top. Next up, we're gonna put the bands back on, and it's very similar to what you did with the dead bug, but you're doing the bicycle instead. So keep that distance between your feet, and just do what you usually do during a bicycle, right? But you got those bands around your feet, which is gonna make it harder. We're going for 10 reps total, so 5 extensions per side. Here we go. 1, 2, rotate that body, elbow the knee. 3, 4, keep that upper back off the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! No need to go faster than what I just did. Alright, that next one, it's a push-up Spider-Man. It's very advanced. So if you can't do a push-ups from your feet, you're gonna have to break that one down. So here's the breakup. You would do all 8 push-ups from your knees, right? And then you're gonna come to your feet and you're gonna go elbow, knee to the outside of the elbow 8 times total. So 4 per side, okay? Now for those of you that can, here's the elbows, the push-up Spider-Man. Push-up position. As you come down, your knee comes to your elbow. That's 1. And then you switch side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's a push-up, but it's a little bit harder than a push-up because, again, you're on one foot, your knee comes to your elbow while you're going down in the push-up. So quite advanced movement. Break it down if you need to. Next up, guys, we got a side plank pendulum. So come up on that side plank, stay strong, hips stay high, and your foot's gonna balance from the back to the front. 1, back to the front. 2, and you keep going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's forcing you to stay on that side plank for a little bit longer because you're swinging back and forth, right? As always, put the weight on your knee. If being on your feet is too much, let's balance it out because it's 8 per side. Again, back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Whew. And lastly, you guys, we got a toe reach with the bands. So bands come back on. This time they're gonna go around your legs. So just around the lower part of your calves. That's when you can use a little bit higher resistance if you'd like to. Open your legs up, keep them open, and you're gonna reach for your toes 12 times. Let's do it. Get that upper back off the floor 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Do not let those legs come close to each other during that one, okay? Whew. And that's it, you guys. If you can get 2 rounds, beautiful. Let's go for it in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. You got 10 minutes. Hip swings first, power movement to get it kicked off. Make sure you don't drop that weight. 8, 9. Woo. Done right, it'll get your heart rate up. That's normal. You get to rest a little bit. Active recovery with the bicycles. Nice. Woo. Make sure you're grabbing that floor with your fingertips here so that your forearms are working as well during your push-up Spider-Man. Woo! It's a tough one. This is where we're starting to get that sweat, you guys. And part 2. Even if some movements are on your back, on the floor, you're still doing some good work. I think you can aim for 3 full rounds this time, possibly. We're 3 minutes in. I'm about to finish my first right here. By the way, putting the towel around the weight, at least for me, helped a lot because it's already slip with the fingers. With the sweat, little trick here. Woo! Almost took the camera down with the bend. Yeah. 5 minutes in, you guys. Get the water when you need it. I think you should be able to get the 2 rounds for sure. And like I said, 3 rounds is even doable here. And try to keep the leg fully extended. On the pendulum, the one that's swinging stays extended. And you have the opportunity to keep moving, you guys. We have some movement that get your heart rate up, but overall, you should be able to keep that body moving without taking too long of a break. If you're starting a 3rd round, perfect timing. We're getting to the 7-minute mark. We've got 3 left in part 2. Let's move, team. Let's move. 2 minutos. Echt. No side plank pendulums on the challenge, so trying to get that third round of it done. Great, just enough time to get those toe reaches with the bands. If you're here, get it done. 30 seconds to go. Oh yes. All right, guys. Take that breather. Have some water. Fantastic. So, we're finally got to the part where it's gonna be a little bit even more abs than what we've done so far. You're gonna go giant set on abs. You're gonna do 3 exercises that focus on the core in a row. All 3 have the bands, so we're going back to the dead bug with those bands. You're gonna keep the bands right here around the top of the foot, right? You're gonna extend opposite arm, opposite leg, and we're starting at 16 reps. So 16 of that, 16 of the bicycle, 16 of the toe reach, all with the bands. You'll need to move the bands down to your calf, right, once you get to the toe reaches. Unless you want to keep it around your foot, you can, but it's going to be even harder and uncomfortable, so you might want to move it. When you're done with that, our heart rate's going to be down, right? We're going to do it on back, but we're going to get it up on the last 2 movements. We're going to do 16 reps of that sumo squat to Frogger. That's a lot. It really is a lot, so break it down if you need to. Get a little rest in between, that's fine. Then we're going dumbbell hip swings for 16 too. If you need to break it up, that's totally fine. It's a high rep count. And then we're going down by 4 reps. So round 2, you're doing 12. Round 3, you're doing 8. And round 4, you're doing 4 reps. If you get to finish all of that in 12 minutes, and there's time remaining, you're just gonna hold the plank for the rest of the time if there's any time left, okay? I doubt that we're gonna finish that with 3 minutes remaining. If anything, if you're really fast, you might finish it with 2 minutes to go, and that's a 2-minute plank. It's a good challenge. Alright guys, I'll keep you on track with the time. I hope you're ready for this. Grab your bands. We're gonna put them around the top of your feet. We're good to go. So let's do that. Put you back. I'm gonna count it down and we'll get started. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the abs, especially that first set. That's 16 reps. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. Take light resistance on those bands or it's gonna be really tough. If you like it that way, that's fine. Yeah. Whew. Keep that distance between the feet, don't cheat that. Oh yeah. Whew. And right at back to back bicycles. Get that upper back off the floor. 8, 9, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Try to keep going to the toe reaches. Actually, you can keep those bands around your feet. Should be fine. 5, 6. Breathe between those reps. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you don't feel your abs after this, I don't know what to tell you. That was rough. That was rough. I don't blame you if you're not jumping as high on those froggers. Woo-wee. Legs are gonna be on fire. Don't forget, still squeeze your abs. Typically, that's where you hit that orange zone right there. At the end of those sumo froggers, with that many reps, woo, no way around it. That is good. A few big breaths and then you go into those swings, 16 swings. Don't drop that weight. Here we go, boy. That's good. Let's go. Oh man, 16 swings, no joke. Finish that first round here. It took me 4 minutes. I had a good pace, so if you're not there yet, all good. If you don't finish that ladder, that's fine. I purposely put a lot of work there. Ooh, that's gonna be a good try. That else song, yeah. Between us. Woo. A little over 5 minutes in, you guys. Let's get it. Oh yeah. Getting the work done Thursday morning. Way to show up and do it. Hey. Hello. Hands to me. Woo! Halfway, you guys. 6 minutes of work and we're done. Those last 2 movements, getting you to fatigue, going to the abs. A few big breaths of air, and then you want to go right back to it. Don't give yourself too long of a break. Beautiful. Let's go. Don't forget, keep those feet spread apart. That's what makes it more challenging here. I ain't stopping. They're playing my favorite songs here. Woo! Yep. 4 minutes to go. Let's go. Oh yeah. Rounds of 4 coming up here. It's doable. Some of us gonna be doing a plank. Let's go. Let's go. If you're already at the plank, which I'll be really impressed, we got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Okay, I'm gonna go get a sip of water before that plank. I'm going to it. Way to still get it done. Okay, keep working. I'm gonna keep giving you heads up on the time. We got 1 minute and 45 seconds. That's what I'm going for my plank. Remember, you gotta finish all 4 rounds before you get to that plank. If you don't get to that plank, that's okay. But if you do, we're just holding in here, chilling, enjoying ourselves, breathing. Haven't done a 1:45 plank in a while, but feeling good right there. Feeling I can go 10 minutes. We got 1 minute and 15 to go. Oh yeah, chilling. Chilling. If you're in that plank, good job. 45 seconds to the end of today's workout. Way to crush it. We're here. We're doing it. Seconds to go. Start getting interesting. I love it. "15 seconds. Here we go. We got it. We got it. Not giving up. Nope. Three, two, and one. Woo! Yes. Way to stay with me here, you guys. Way to get that work done. Let's go for a stretch next. Awesome. So a good amount of core work. You might be feeling it tomorrow. You know what? Let's start with a standing stretch here. Breathing and standing stretch, and then we'll get to the floor. Just so we get the shoulders here. I don't know if I'm feeling them, so let's go. Breathe in at the top. Fingers interlace. Exhale, reach out for that ceiling. And then just fully relax. Then go down. Do this one more time. Okay, big breath in. Go for it. Stretch up. Breathe in again. And fully let go. We are moving into a downward facing dog very shortly here. Couple pedals of the feet. Stretch the back of those legs, get a nice little calf stretch. And we're gonna drop your hips down to the floor. Lift your chest up, shoulders peeled back. We're in an upward facing dog here. Deep breath into your nose. One more inhale, big inhale. And you're gonna push all the way back. Sit your hips on your heels and relax. Awesome. Hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips. And let's go for a few cat cows here. Inhale, lift the hips and the head. Exhale, start rounding at the spine. Keep going between those two positions. The amount of reps is not the goal here. It's really getting as much flexion and as much extension as you can. Slower is better. Feel every part of your spine move. Every back in your muscle will contract. Alright, we're gonna go hurdler's position, nice and wide. Okay, hitting all three sides, right? Start by breathing up at the top. Exhale, reach for your left side. Breathe in at the top. Reach for your right. And finally here at the center. Reach forward. Fantastic. I'll give you a little stretch for the hips and then we'll be done, you guys. So go to your back. Feet flat on the floor. Grab your right leg. Give it a twist. A rotation and bring that leg towards your chest. Left foot stays flat on the floor. Deep breath in as you exhale, switch sides. Go deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let everything go. Alright guys, it was a pleasure as always. Before I leave you, tomorrow's number 50 of me doing those workouts at home. I got a special one for you here. It's gonna be a Friday, so it's not a Friday 13, but I'm making it a 13 exercise workout. It's a challenge where your goal every round is to get 50 reps of that exercise in 2 minutes. Okay? So every time, some exercises may be easier than other to get the rep count. But overall, the whole time you're in a challenge, it's gonna be one of those big sweat workouts, right? So if you're up for that, I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great one, you guys. Take care.